So welcome all. This is the Spark Foundation Internship Data Science and Business Analytics project. So my name is Shahid Seshiri and the task 1 is prediction using supervised machine learning. In this task, it is required to predict the percentage of a student on the basis of number of hours studied using the linear regression and supervised machine learning algorithm. So the steps involved here is first we are going to import the dataset, then we are going to visualize the dataset, after which we are going to do the data preparation, and then we are going to do the training the algorithm, then we are going to visualize the model, then we are going to make the predictions, at last we are going to evaluate the model. In the first step we are going to import the dataset. In this step we will import the dataset through the link with the help of pandas library, and then we will observe the data. Import pandas as PD, import numpy as np, import matplotlib.pyplot as plot, and matplotlib inline import cbon as sns. To ignore the warnings, we are gonna use this thing. And for reading data from remote link, we are gonna use this link. Let's observe the dataset. So df.head, it's going to print the first 5 elements of the dataset. Okay, to find the number of columns and rows, we're going to use df.shape. So 25 to find more information about our dataset, we're going to use this. Now we will check if our dataset contains null or missing values by using this isNull function. So as we can see, we do not have any null values in our dataset, so we can now move on to our next step. That's visualizing the dataset. In this, we will plot the dataset to check whether we can observe any relation between two variables or not. Here we're going to plot the dataset. From the graph, we can observe that there is linear relationship between hours studied and percentage score. So we can use the linear regression supervised machine model on it to predict further values. We can also use .code to determine the correlation between the variables. In the step 3, we are going to do the data preparation. In this step, we will divide the data into features of inputs and labels, outputs. After that, we will split the whole dataset into 2 parts. First is testing data and training data. Using alloc function, we will divide the data, splitting data into training and testing data. So in the step 4, we're going to do the training the algorithm. We have split our data into training and testing sets. Now we will train our models. Step 5 is visualizing the model. After training the model, it's now time to visualize it. So plotting for the training data is done here. Next we're going to go with the plotting for the testing data. Now we're going to make predictions in the step 6. Now that we have trained our algorithm, it's time to make some predictions. So testing data is in ours, and we're going to predict the scores. Comparing actual with predicted data. Testing with our own data now. So the predicted score if a person studies for 9.25 hours is 93.69173249. Hence it can be concluded that the predicted score if a person studies for 9.25 hours is 93.6173248737537538. So at the step 7, that's the last step, we are going to evaluate our trained model by calculating mean absolute error. So here the mean absolute error is 4. That's it. Thank you.